welcome back to my channel and welcome to my makeup monthly. For the last 2 months, I missed last month because I have been so sick throughout the month of June and July. I'm finally starting to feel a little bit better. I'm not 100%, but I will gradually catch up on these videos. I do have 2 months worth of products that came into my collection, as well as 2 months worth of product that are going out of my collection. So let's just get started. I have the Dominique Clear Brow Gel. This was a BoxyCharm find. I really like it. I feel like it's got a really good hold on your brows. I think that it works great. I think it'll be good for thicker brows. For my thinner brows, it works really well. It's definitely a little bit stiff, but not in a bad way, in a really good kind of a way. I don't feel like I need anything that holds my brows too strong, so if you do have thicker brows, this would work really well. Next, I ended up getting the Yenza bronzing drops in my BoxyCharm. I think that one was June's. And here's a little swatch here. It's one of those like bronzy complexion that you wear under your foundation. It gives you a nice bronze look underneath it. And though it's not terrible, it's not my favorite. I got the Glow Recipe drops the month before and those were amazing. These I think are okay. I noticed that I'm having a really hard time getting it out of the tube, and when it applies thick and unevenly. So though not the worst of these I think you can find, definitely not my favorite. And for this month's BoxyCharm, I got the Drunk Elephant Gold drops, again right next to the bronzy drops. Here's a little swatch. I'm hoping my lighting will pick up on it okay. And these were actually on my wish list. I wanted to pick these up. I've got the rosy drops, and now I was so excited to get these in my box. These were on my list to want to pick up at some point anyway. So the fact that I got it is, I'm so excited. And these are absolutely beautiful. I like what they do to the skin underneath. I like the even layer that I can apply with them. I like that it's a little bit lighter. I do want to pick up the bronzy ones, and then I will have a complete collection of the drops from Drunk Elephant. So yeah, again, beautiful, really good, absolutely love it. Another BoxyCharm item from BYOD. It's just the eyeshadow stick. It's a purple one. Here's a little swatch. And I typically don't like stick eyeshadows. I feel like they crease really bad on me, but this one actually had real good staying power. I like that it's got a light kind of almost like a white shift to it when it's on the eyes. I think it's pretty. Items like this I have stopped buying, but if I get them in a BoxyCharm, I will try them and I will wear them. Again, this one actually stayed pretty well, so I'm not mad at it. It's not bad at all, but I've stayed away from cream and liquid eyeshadows for a while now. But again, this one, it's pretty. I think it would make a really pretty inner corner highlight from wanting that subtle pop of color, so I'm not mad at it. From Athr Beauty, another BoxyCharm pick, I got their powder bronzer. I have been wanting to try Athr Beauty for so long. I thought they had gone out of business, so I'm not quite sure if they're coming back or if it's a BoxyCharm special or what's going on, but I'm so glad I finally got to try something from them. And this bronzer, it's good. On my fair complexion, it goes on a little bit too deep for my liking, but it's not bad. I'm not sure if this is the lightest shade or if there's a shade lighter I should try. I do like the quality of it, but the color is just, again, I'm very fair skinned. I like a very light bronzer. It's a little too deep for my collection. It's actually a really pretty product. From Physicians Formula, the Butter and Glow Bronzer Blush Duo. I have been wanting this since it came out. I got this in early June and I am thrilled. This looks so beautiful. I got, I think, the fairest shade, but this is so beautiful. I love how I can apply these super quick. They blend out super nice. I blend them out together. They blend flawlessly into each other. And for a drugstore find, I think that this, again, it's gorgeous. I think as far as drugstore goes, this has to be one of my more favorite products. And as far as like cream blushes and bronzers go, I feel like, again, this is probably going to be in the favorites for the year. So it's absolutely beautiful, and I love the ease of use. I love how quickly I can get it on. With having not been feeling good the last couple of months, this has been one of those items that I just glide on, blend out, and I can go. So this has been really great for that. And if you're a mom too who needs something affordable and something quick and easy, I would highly recommend this. I also picked this up in the month of June. It's the Clinique Cheek Pop Blush. I got mine in the shade Nude Pop. So I did a video not too long before this where I talked about repressing a powder product. So it's a little tutorial there. I did get this broken originally when it came in, and Ulta sent me a new one. So I absolutely love this shade. I think formula wise, it's great for a good powder blush. But I love the shade because it's for something when I'm wanting a more nude blush. I don't want to go too heavy on blush, but I do want something on the cheeks. I think it's perfect for that. I don't know if the swatch is going to show up. Probably not. I swatched it on the upper hand. I don't think it's going to be shown in this lighting. And I feel like this is just so perfect for when you don't want to participate in the blush blindness trend. I'm really not into that trend. I like to put emphasis on the eyes. So again, I like this for a subtle blush and a subtle pop of color. It's something I want to blend into my bronzer, my highlighter, and just to kind of pull color back into my cheeks. It is just so gorgeous, and it's shaped like a flower. I can see myself getting more shades of these in the future. Another BoxyCharm pick from the month of July. It is this blush and highlighter. It's 2 cream blushes and 1 powder highlighter, and I haven't tried this too much, but from what I have tried, I really like it. I think that it does add a little more of a blushy rosiness to the cheeks, so if you are wanting something a little bit more blush blindness type, I think this would be really good. This first one here is a little bit more nude, but then you got a nice fuchsia shade here, and then this highlight, it's really gorgeous. I haven't tried too much from Laura Geller. Everything I've tried from them has been in BoxyCharm, but everything that I've tried I really like. Here are some swatches. I've got the top there, which is the first shade. The second swatch is the pink shade, and then the highlighter shade. And again, these are just, it's gorgeous. It's something that I feel like you can build up, but it can also be more subtle if you want it to be. I would recommend going into a light hand because it can build up pigment pretty quickly. But this I feel like was a win from BoxyCharm. I got 1 setting spray in my box. This was from June. This is from Morphe. It's a sun setter. It's got the SPF 30. In all honesty, I hate it. I hate the fact that I put it on my face and it just feels like sunscreen. It smells like sunscreen. I feel like the smell lingers. I think it's good for the summer, which is why I picked it up, and because I need more setting sprays. But overall, I was hoping it was going to be more like the continuous setting mist. I already knew that it didn't have that spray on it, but I was hoping that formula-wise would be more like that, and this was a miss for me. From Fenty Skin, I got it's their under eye corrector, under eye care. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's one of those items that you twist up and you get the perfect amount to put under your eyes. I've been wanting this for a while too. It has been on my wish list, so I am glad I got it in my box. And I don't really have too many opinions on it other than I like the way I can apply it, and it does make me feel put together. It's one of those items that does kind of make you just feel really good when you put it on. So I like it. And then I did get 2 concealers. One I picked up from Ulta. It's the Revolution Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. I wanted to show you the application. It is a steel tip hitter. It has that cooling effect under the eyes, which is great. I do like the formula. I do like how it's very light, but it does have some subtle color correcting. It does feel like a serum concealer with some brightening power. It is going to be lightweight, so just keep that in mind. And the only real problem I have with this, and it's not really a problem, is that you get so little product that you put on the eye at one time that you have to keep dipping into the tube to get everything you need, which is good because then you're not wasting product. But if you're in a hurry, this is not going to be your fastest applicator. But for a drugstore product, this is truly beautiful. Like, I like this. I've been wanting to try the Rare Beauty one like this, so I'm wondering, I kind of want to pick it up to see if these two could be dupes for each other. But again, I like that you're not wasting product, but it is a little bit of a pain to try to use. But it's great if you're willing to put in an extra minute worth of time. It's really not that big of an inconvenience. It takes an extra minute, so I wouldn't wear it if you're in a super rush, but it does what I need it to do, and I really do like it. From Danessa Myricks, the Yummy Skin Concealer. I've heard so many good things about this. I did get this in my box, and I would say that it is really good. I don't like, it's just one of those products to me that I don't feel like it's as standout as like what I've heard. But it's definitely not bad. It's one of those like reliable, like I'm glad I have it, but I probably wouldn't go out and purchase it for myself type of concealers. But that being said, I mean, the formula wise, it's great. It looks beautiful on the skin. This is a little bit deeper, not too deep for my skin tone, but more like something that blends into the skin, whereas the Revolution one is more of a brightener. And I tend to gravitate more towards brightening concealers and something that'll cover up my under eyes, but this does have great coverage on it. And it does look like skin, so I don't, you know, it's definitely not something I hate. It's something that, because I have it in my collection, I'm glad, but it was nothing that I was ever like wanting to go out on my own and purchase. My last box item from Lys, it is their Stick Foundation. I do really like this. I do love a good stick foundation. I think the ease of use, it just goes on nice and smooth. It's quick. The only thing I would say with this is that you really have to dampen your brush or your sponge to get it to blend out properly. I feel like it definitely takes a little bit longer than I feel like I would like. Now, granted, it is a stick foundation. It does apply a little bit thicker, so those are all things that I expect. I just wish that the blending process was a little bit easier, but once it's on, it looks great. It looks like skin. I am glad that I have it. This has been on my radar to pick up, so I'm glad I was able to get it in my box. So yeah, it takes a little bit of extra blending work. Kind of like the Revolution concealer. I wouldn't say put this on if you're in a huge rush, if you're willing to take a little bit of extra time to blend it out. And it's hard sometimes because I feel like I'll go finish getting ready for the day and I realize, oh, there's a patch that I need to blend out. So you got to be really careful with making sure you're getting the blending right. But again, once it's on, it's great, and the staying power isn't too bad. Well, that's everything that I got over the last 2 months. Now let's go into some empties. I do have quite a few empties. Not everything is here, but let's start with the spray. I think I emptied like 4 sprays over the last 2 months, but let's start with the Toy Factory Final Treat Spray. I did like this. I don't want to repurchase it. It wasn't stand out enough for me, but it worked really well, and it was one of those that because I had it in my collection, I was glad I tried it. I didn't have any problems with it, but it just doesn't stand out to me like some other setting sprays. I also emptied the Ciate London Vitamin C setting spray, and I actually really did like that one. That is one I would put on my radar to repurchase. I feel like that went by a little bit too quick. I feel like there wasn't enough to really get your money's worth out of it, but I did like the way it sprayed. I liked how it felt on the skin, so I would go out and get that one. Then I think I finished 2 more sprays. One was the Florence by Mills, and that was a great one. I used that to dampen my beauty sponge, to put on like a pre-spray. I'll usually use 2 different types of sprays, one to set the face and one to help blend out my makeup. So that one was one that I will probably repurchase, and it was affordable. So I did really like that one. And then I think I finished one of my Mario Badescu ones. And again, those will probably be items that I always keep in my collection. I still have a bunch of sprays from them, but I'll keep getting them. Usually my daughter likes to pick those up for me, so I like that she does that. Mascara, the Ulta New Heights mascara. I absolutely love this. I've had this one in my collection for a while, but if you are wanting a good lengthening mascara that is affordable, go and get this one. I believe it is still available. I absolutely love it. I will more than likely repurchase it when I start running low on mascaras. So yeah, this was definitely a favorite of mine. This L'Oreal Serum I got in a little sample. This, oddly enough, took me forever to empty, and it was good. I feel like if I'm in need of a serum, I'm in a pinch, I'm running out, I would pick this up, the full size. I don't know if it's still available or not, but I would look for it. But I feel like this is one of those very reliable, like, go pick it up if you're out of serums, if you're needing something, if you want something affordable. This is definitely a good one to get. Glow Recipe. I did finish the Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. I got this in BoxyCharm a while back. The packaging looks awful right now, but it was a really good one. I did like it. I don't like the smell of bananas on it, but I don't like the smell of bananas in general. But I feel like formula-wise, it was great. The 8 Saints Cloud Whip Vitamin C Cream. I think this was like a BoxyCharm, or I got in a sample set after I got a BoxyCharm. I don't remember. This one I probably wouldn't repurchase. I didn't really care for 8 Saints. I know that the staying power on these products is not my favorite. And I have a lot of moisturizers already, so I wouldn't repurchase this, but I didn't hate it. I liked using it while it was in my collection, but it wasn't bad. And then the last item that I finished up is my Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. I've been talking about finishing this up for a long time now. I'm surprised it took me as long as it did. I thought for sure I'd have it finished up by like the first of the year, but it did take a while. That being said, this is one of my favorite eyeshadow primers. It's affordable. I was looking, I'm not sure if this one in particular is still available on Ulta's website or something like it, but I might go ahead and get the alternative because I'm at a point where I'm starting to run low on eyeshadow primers. I still have a ways to go, but when I get to the point where I need to pick up more, I would pick this one up. Anyway, that is everything I have from the last 2 months. I will explain more later why I've been out. Basically, I've just been super sick, and this was one of those things where I just did not have the energy to do. But if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do videos focusing on beauty and lifestyle. My goal on this platform is to share my love for beauty, as well as my love for Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So if that's what you're into, hit that subscribe button. And if not, while you still want to stick around, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button. I am working myself into getting back to a more normal, or as normal as I can be, of a routine for the time being. So yeah, hopefully I can get more videos out soon. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.